What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome
Good
to
morning.
Nostalgia Strikes Back.
Morning.
Guys, how you doing today? Everybody got their caffeine all ready to go?
It's right here. Stack.
I'm tired. I was up doing Gallagher Guy's show last night.
Oh, were you on with oh yeah, that's right. You were on with him. I hear our intro
hopped on at the last minute because Moat was sick. Moat was supposed to be on.
Oh yeah.
So he had Mystery Encoder and
Much better.
Brian Chaotic was on there and myself.
Sorry about that, Chef.
No, that's all right. Yeah, you guys, man, you guys and your partying, staying up late and all that stuff, man. I'm getting too old for that.
Yeah, I was surprised to see you up like 11:30, 12ish my time. I was like, wow, Star Shack's on the show this late. Are you getting in the habit of that, huh?
When you get to be my age, there is time. Time is everything.
Yeah.
You want as much time as you can to be awake.
And they always say, you just sleep when I'm dead. Like, yeah, well.
Right.
So yeah, it's just gonna be the three of us today. We didn't invite Narwhal today just because we're going back to the 60s. We figured
he's too cool for us.
He's way too young for that. He wouldn't. No, he's got some stuff going on. So
he's out camping with his buddies.
Oh, is that what he's doing?
Yeah. They call it camping. It's some cabin that they all go to, probably.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's always Dungeons and Dragons buddies, believe it or not. So it's probably a really weird weekend. I don't know. Think about it.
Yeah, not really roughing it
or nothing, right? Okay. No, it was just a joke. No, I love you, brother. Come on now, miss you.
Yeah, I've been on. I've done these camping trips, right? Where the camp that you're staying at is nicer than the house that you live in, and
right.
And there's all sorts of fun stuff to do in the area. Yeah, that's not really.
Camping
would be popping a tent and going out in the woods.
I'll tell you about this camping trip I went on once. Okay, I kind of wanted. I used on an insurance agency, and I was one of their top insurance agents for this insurance company, and they sent a bunch of us on this camping trip up to Montana. Okay. So they flew us up there on a charter jet. That's the first thing. Okay, we get there. The limo's taking us all to the campground.
This is my kind of camping trip.
I get to the. I took my 82-year-old father with me, and we get there, and they said, "Okay, we're going to take you out to your tent." Okay, I get to my tent, and you go inside. The floors are heated. There's a big, gigantic king-size bed in one room in a tent room. Okay.
So this was actually physically a tent, though.
Yes. Yep. Totally 100% a tent. And then in the other room, there was a big queen-size bed.
Good God.
The bathroom had heated floors.
Wait, there was a bathroom in this tent?
Oh, yeah. Yes. There was a bathroom in the tent with a nice big walk-in shower.
At this point, why even have it in a tent? Yeah.
And then in the middle of the campground, there was like 6 or 8 of these tents. There was this like big pavilion tent, and you went in there, and that's where our butler was, and our chef.
Oh, all right.
Wow.
And
I mean, that's camping in the.
I think they call that glamping.
Glamping. Oh yeah.
Anyway, if you ever have a chance, look it up. Pause Up. It's called Pause Up. It's in Montana, and it is. I mean, it was spectacular.
I haven't been camping since I was a teenager, to be honest with you. And the last time I went camping, guys, it was a horrible experience because I used to love it growing up as a kid. We used to do it a lot in school, had field trips doing it all the time. But the last recent time I was a teenager, about 16, 17 maybe, and a few of our friends went out and it decided to rain on us that weekend. And it was like I was in a 2-3 person tent, and we woke up to a swimming pool. So
yeah, right.
I did not like that.
What happens, and then what do you do? Like
New England weather too. It flip flops. If it's raining, it's raining all week. Like that's how it is. When it transitions, it just constantly rains.
Well,
no, I haven't been camping in probably it's been a long time since I was maybe in my teens. We used to do it like in my yard. We had a tent. I have a tent here. Like we bought my son, in sleeping bags with the intention of camping out in the backyard. We just haven't done it yet. I don't know. I think my wife gets all nervous because there's bears around.
You ever try getting out of a soaked sleeping bag? It's a task.
Imagine it's like taking off wet clothing. You know?
Like a big giant worm just trying to,
Good morning, Glairzilla.
Morning, guys. Morning.
Yeah, if it wasn't in Montana.
Morning, chat. Morning. How you
doing?
doing?
So good morning to everybody. I don't mean to ignore you guys. Ralphie, Sir Sega, Elio. Wow, look at that. We even got a Brother Bad Guy appearance up early this morning. What's up, Matt? MSU Rich, Jim Pacers fan, Hockey Town. Yeah, it's cool that people
are normies.
Yeah, they get up early with us, I mean, it's not so early where I'm at, but for some of these guys, it probably is kind of early. So, but that's the beauty of having a phone and the Wi-Fi, these smart TVs. You can just lay right in bed. You know, you don't have to get up like you had to back when we were kids and sit in front of the TV and time your pee breaks so you don't miss anything.
And turn the channel.
Yeah, right. I know. I can't wait to explain to my son that there was a time where remotes didn't exist.
Wow. Clickety click clack.
My friend they had a TV that had a remote on it. This was probably 1970. 06 or 7, probably 1975-ish, 76. He had one that had a remote. We were all like, they're super rich.
Yeah.
It had to be. And of course, when you did it, it clicked though. It was one of those clicker remotes.
Oh yeah. Is that where they got the some people call it a clicker, Is that where they got
because the remote, it actually clicked.
That's my mother called it.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
My wife and her family called it that. And I'm like, I never heard that before. I'm like, what the hell are you calling it a clicker for? But I guess that's why, huh?
Yep, it used to click.
Yeah, now half the TVs don't even work. You can't even use them if you don't have a remote control.
I don't know.
Well, nowadays, you have apps where you connect your phone to the actual device and all that, etc. So you know how it is now.
Imagine back then, though, just somebody telling you that was how it was going to be.
I seen a TV that had obviously a built-in camera, and you just do like hand signals, and it changes the channel or swipes it, and
that's insane.
Through movies and all that. It's nuts.
So we're going from that to all that modern stuff to really to the very
just the start of it all almost, right?
The start of it all. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I remember, Ralphie. I remember having the first time we got cable. Yeah, you had to have the box, it would sit there.
And it had the slider on it, right?
Yeah.
Ours had the slider on it. You had to slide it down to get to the channel.
But it was I remember when I was a real little kid, I don't even think we had cable. We just used, rabbit ear antennas.
Yep.
Local channels. And then you got
back in my day.
Yeah, I know. I know, saying that's what we need Narwhal to let us know that all our movies that we love and cherish are lame and cringy and all that. But it's funny, guys. Today actually we have a birthday, and it's not mine.
Oh,
there is one of the most iconic gaming franchises of all time turns 40 today. Do you guys have any guess? And this goes for people in the chat too. Somebody will definitely know. You guys have any idea what it is?
A gaming franchise?
Yeah, one of the most iconic gaming franchises of all time. And the first game in the series was released on this day 40 years ago.
Bomberman. I don't know.
You're in the ballpark. I don't know. What do you think, Israel?
So I'm guessing NES.
Yeah, it would have to be NES, right?
Yep. It was the very first game of this series in this franchise was released on the NES.
Zelda?
Zelda? Yep. The Legend of Zelda.
Woo, I got it before him. Before he pulled it up.
Hey, is it older than Mario? It's not older than Mario, right? Zelda?
No, it's not. Age? Yeah, I think Super Mario Brothers came out in 1985.
Yeah.
The Legend of Zelda, 1986. So,
so 1 year. Okay.
Yep.
So they're about the same age. That's why I was wondering. It's like, ugh. I was stuck. I was gonna say Mario, but that wasn't going to be the obvious answer. It's like, well, Mario, but no, it's not.
But that's another one that's still around today, and probably more popular than ever. And I would say the Legend of Zelda it's probably right up there with it.
Did you play it as a kid? I mean, because you were 40 years ago. I mean, you weren't very old.
I didn't play it originally, like when it was first released, but
yeah, I did.
A couple years later. Yeah, we owned it as kids on the NES, and that's what I was going to ask you guys, if you played the original Legend of Zelda, and like what did you think of it at the time? Because it was kind of like revolutionary. There was really, I don't think there was anything ever that open world like that.
No,
that had come out before.
It was. I remember playing it and being so, like, I had to go to work and I couldn't wait to get home to try and find where, and to the point where I went out and bought one of those books. The cheap books. Because
that was one of the first games that you kind of needed a strategy guide, because most games at that time were just like very linear, straightforward. I mean, that you just got thrown right into it. You're like, all right, where do I go? What do I do? And if you didn't figure it out, you could just wander around forever.
I played that thing for hours and hours and hours, and
that's how I felt about Link to the Past for the Super
Nintendo.
Nintendo.
That's basically like the original Zelda on steroids. Yeah, there are a lot of people that say that is the.
It's like you beat the game and then it flips the world, and then you got to do it again. It's like, oh goodness!
And that was one of the great things about the original Legend of Zelda here, that there was 2 separate quests. That once you beat it, the map stayed the same, but everything else changed. All the dungeons, the locations were different, their layouts were different, items were
legendary feeling right there with Ganon, right?
Yeah,
very legendary.
I remember I watched you do your playthrough of it, Mike. What, probably 6 to 8 months ago?
Yeah. Yep. We did do
a full playthrough of it one night, and it was brought back a lot of fun memories. And I got going, oh, that's right, I remember that dungeon over there.
Yeah.
And it did have I see where Ralphie says it's the first game to have a save feature on it, and
that's true. It was.
I don't remember. It wasn't a code that it gave you? Is that what it was? And you wrote down the code, or was it just?
No, it was battery. The cart was battery back.
It was that's right. Okay,
you can actually physically save your progress, and
okay.
Yeah, that in itself was mind blowing. That
right,
because that's all it was. You'd play Super Mario Brothers or any of those games, and especially when you were a young kid, maybe you got an hour to play Nintendo. All right, well, I better try to beat it, or else I'm losing all my progress. Or I'm going to try to turn the TV off and like keep the Nintendo on.
That was the worst.
Mom and Dad finds out that the Nintendo's been on for a few hours. Oh boy, you're gonna burn the house down.
Yeah, yeah. It was a fun, made you think game. Probably, like I said, one of the first thinking games too, where you had to problem solve.
Yeah. So. And thanks to strategy guides, I was able to beat it.
Nice. You got the original cart you have since '86, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's how I feel about this. I'm very proud of this. This is actually my original.
Original Sega, your original Genesis, which you just made a short on that this morning.
Oh
didn't you?
My God, goodness! Look at this.
You got that controller, man.
This heavy boy right here. You guys are talking about potentially buying an arcade one up for $800 with 4 games on it, when the original you can get for under half the price, even on Marketplace, or go to a mom and pop shop and you could probably get one for a couple $100. Like, come on.
Gee.
If you want to play on an arcade stick, right here.
That's the way to go, man.
Original hardware. This thing is heavier than the console is.
Oh God, yeah. Those things are built to last.
There's another one. There's actually a version 2 with the 6 buttons. I'm gonna actually try to look for that one.
Oh yeah.
And I'm probably gonna start because I got like 20 or 30 carts. I got a couple of master carts, but I'm gonna start collecting from the Sega again.
Heck yeah, man!
It was my first console.
Sizable Sega Genesis collection, but nothing. I didn't really grow up with
my mother gave me, so yeah, it's fond memories.
Be a real collector and start collecting in television games. Come on, guys.
Well, eventually, I'll get there.
Your heart's where your heart is, Stock Jock, and this is what I grew up with. You know what I'm saying? And television is what you had.
That back there,
I may get a Sprint just to try it out, but I could play all those games on the ALU now, all the Intellivision games and Coleco and all that. I got that on there. It's not going to be the same. It's not the original hardware or the controller. The thing looked like a phone with a bunch of dials and numbers on it. And
that famous disc. That famous disc.
Yeah, right. Yeah, this is a fantastic comment by Sir Sega. He's exactly right. Yeah, if some of the games had any sort of save features at all. You know, most of them were password, and yes, you had to put in the longest, most elaborate password of all time.
Yep.
It was 50 characters long, and if you were off by one, you couldn't.
Yeah, and you had to write it all right. Down. You had your little book there where you wrote them down.
A lot of games didn't even have that, but at least, you know, some of the ones, and I can't think of any off the top of my head that used that, but I'm sure there were. But there were a select few games that did have the save feature, like obviously Legend of Zelda. I think Final Fantasy was another one that had it. Well, good morning. Yeah, and in other games like Mega Man, you were able to put it had a much better password system.
That's right. I remember that one now. Yep.
Yeah, there you only had to put in like 7 or 8 different dots at the right location. Why in that picture is there a PS5 controller? Oh, on the
oh yeah, there is.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, that's just a very good point.
Just not seeing that.
I didn't notice that either. Because he's probably right. It probably is AI, or some idiot doesn't know. I mean, it even says Nintendo right here. Oh God! Thanks, MG, for ruining it.
Yeah. You just.
But all right, so we'll move on to the next thing, since now I don't want to look at that picture anymore. But speaking of The Legend of Zelda, you know they are making a live action movie, right?
Yes.
I don't really know much about it. I don't know if there's anything that is known much about it yet. I just kind of question its existence, though. That I feel like they're gonna not do it right. I don't know why.
Well, it's gonna be a lot of CGI to it. It's gonna have to be. There's a lot of magic and stuff, and you know.
And like, what is it? What's the plot of it gonna be? Like, you know, Link doesn't talk, right? Isn't that kind of his thing?
Yeah,
and he walks around a lot.
Yeah, like you know, there was only one version of Link that I remember that talked, and that was this version of Link. Do you guys remember the Legend of Zelda cartoon show?
Yes, I do.
Nope.
I do.
Stock Drug. I would say you probably don't remember. I think it ran for
I had that
12
on
or 13 episodes or something. It didn't last very long, but
do they have pictures of the copies of the VHS? Because they had a few of those, the VHS ones.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
I have bought this on. I have it on DVD. Let me see. Now you're gonna make me end up going on eBay and buying these things. There you go. These look look familiar.
Yeah, sure do.
Oh my God, look at this. $350.
Yeah, to have some of the things you used to have when growing up, man, I swear.
Oh my God. $350. But that cartoon show, it was it happened during, I think, the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. Like the original Mario Brothers had a cartoon series, and then they would do a Legend of Zelda on Friday. And I don't think it was ever really that super popular, but it's like kind of developed a cult following in recent years.
Oh, it was corny.
Yeah, oh, very much so.
It was so corny, but it was still Zelda, you know.
That's right. Excuse me, princess. Yeah, everybody gets it. Yep, I remember.
Yeah.
So you don't have your obviously you don't have your VHS tapes anymore.
No. That would be back at home in Connecticut somewhere with family members, if they even had it still.
Yeah, my God, this is insane. 9.4 graded, sealed copy, $1,000.
I had a lot of those. And I had a lot of the Mario ones.
Yeah,
super short shows. And then when the Sonic cartoon came out, I was collecting those too as a kid. I was all about the video game cartoons for sure.
Oh yeah,
making them.
Yep,
I was so excited. I was
Sonic
playing
the Hedgehog.
I would always feel like if I was watching the show and after the show would end, I would literally turn on the system and start playing and feel like I'm in the show. Like I was so immersed.
Oh yeah,
they knew what they were doing, and playing at the same time.
Yep. Yeah, like those shows, I'm sure they were designed to sell video games, and just like all our favorite cartoon shows were designed to sell toys, you know. But
yep,
they knew what we wanted, and it it pulled us right in. Yeah, I watched all those old video game cartoon shows back then. There, you got the DVDs. Yeah, I don't remember where I got mine. I thought of it the one day. I'm like, you know what?
Excuse me.
This is one of those so silly, corny cartoon shows that I remember. And I was like, I'm just going to buy the complete set. Wow. Leave Stock Jock alone. Mike B says good morning.
Mike B, man. First he comes after me about the Intellivision, and now me being 60 when I was in the 60s. I mean, or 40, whatever he said.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, Hockey Town. Yeah. So the United States men's hockey team is in the gold medal game, playing Canada tomorrow. That should be a fantastic game.
Who has squeaked through a lot of this game.
Yes. So that gives me a little bit of hope. But
I think 2 games they were actually behind in the third period.
Yes, they were. And some favorable calls by the officiating may have given them an opportunity to get into the, whatever. We're not going to go there. But the game is tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. That's the gold medal game. Like, what were they thinking on that one? I get it. It's the last day of the Olympics. I'm sure they're trying to kind of move things along a little bit, but
8 a.m. It's 5 hours. So
yeah, in Italy,
1 o'clock there. So
yeah. Hey, what's up, Serge? Yeah, I mean, playing, that's never a bad thing, right? Playing some Sonic the Hedgehog.
So Serge, this looks like you're going to be getting a cabinet, huh?
Oh God, he may be the only one. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen with that?
Yeah, I went on a rant on Gallagher guy's show last night about it.
Yeah, well, I mean, we could share our opinions on it right now. I mean, we don't really talk about like the home arcade stuff, but this is kind of silly enough to where it's probably warranted a little bit.
I feel like I didn't need to talk about it. I'm displaying right now.
Yeah,
you originally need to play Sonic, like original hardware all day long. I'm not saying that them coming out with a Sega cabinet is a bad idea. It's a great idea, but what they should have did is did a Megatech or something like a multi-cade, like the Play Choice 10 kind of ordeal, and actually put Sega ROM or Sega arcades on them. There's the trackball one. Obviously, they would have to add a trackball feature if they did that, or put the Megatech Sonics on there, the arcades. But they could have done that, and people would have been a lot happier with, or how Iconic Arcade's going to eventually have a store system. I know they're not having an online feature with none of these other companies and cabinets, but they should probably give it a thought and a consideration for us that are already used to those kind of features. Like if Iconic's going to come out straight out the gate with 20 games, I pre-ordered it. I'm waiting. A lot of people getting frustrated, whatever. It's coming when it comes. I'm excited, but then, the excitement kind of went down with it. I'm going to get it when I get it. I'm going to cover it. Oh, well. But as far as that Sonic cab, we know that artwork is not final. We know that. But give more options to people, because you guys were really upping and the excitement for people on different shows and chats. Like, hey, we got something for you guys that love home arcade and this and that. And then out of the gate, put console ports on an arcade and 4 of them that you can get for under $10 a piece for any of these modern consoles. That Nintendo Switch 2 back there, I can play any version of Sonic, even the original, on that one CAD already.
Yeah, I mean,
what are you trying to sell me?
I don't know, and I'm okay with putting console. Like I said earlier, I'm with you behind the scenes. I'm fine with putting console games on an arcade cabinet as like extras or as a bonus.
Yes,
you know what I mean.
Correct.
Like if you gave me some sort of another Sega title, like Ralphie said, Daytona.
Yeah,
sure, that's a great example. Like, oh well, here's we're going to throw these on there because they don't take up any memory, and this is just some bonus games for you. That's great. I'm totally fine with that. But to release an arcade cabinet that is only exclusively featuring console games, like I don't know about that.
Not for that price range. I'm sorry, not even $650. That's too much. When you could buy original hardware for half the price, you can go $200-$300 and get you original hardware, brand new in box.
Yeah, well, we'll see
for the history.
We'll see what happens, I guess. You know,
I'll say this real quick, and that's because I do know probably want to move on. That's I don't like the way they built, did all this buildup of this thing, and then that's what it is. Okay, I'm into trying to recreate, the look and feel of an arcade in here,
right?
And that cab isn't a cab that has a look and feel.
Stand out like a sore thumb.
That's my big beast.
Right.
Look, I hope it does well. I really, really do, because we need basic fun to be around. So anyway, I'm good enough.
Yeah. Okay. I figured we would at least rant on that just a little bit.
The last argument on that is a lot of people are right when it comes down to that. This is the first step in getting the Sega titles that we actually want.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that I agree with.
That's the silver lining right there.
Yeah, like, exactly. Is that gonna boost up, our hopes even more for better Sega titles? Because a lot of us in the community are asking for Sega shooters and more racers. That's what I've been seeing a lot in everybody's chats and everybody's thoughts and polls. Shooters, racers. I mean, beat 'em ups. Everybody loves their beat 'em ups, but when it's talking about what do you want to see more, and then what we haven't seen a lot of are the racers or shooters. I would love to see a lot more of those. All right, enough about that.
And MG, yes, no, we know what we're talking about. Yes. Okay, they need to listen to us.
Yep.
Now we'll move on to something a little more.
By the way, let me say real quick.
We gave our thoughts.
James Hates Everything had a really, really good video on this.
Was that thing. Like the 101 or no? That was the note too.
He basically went in and said, "Listen, get peer groups out there, talk to these people, and all this stuff." And it was a really good video. On if you have a chance, go watch it. It basically encompasses probably 90% of all these people, how they think. How we all think,
right? Oh, don't you, Mike? We'll talk about the Batsui here in a little bit. But before we do that, we do have to acknowledge this, guys, because there was a major milestone this past weekend. One of the greatest cartoon shows of all time, which is still on the air, The Simpsons, just aired their 800th episode this past Saturday or this past Sunday. I mean, this has to be like an all-time record for almost any TV show.
It is.
Right? Like 800 episodes is just absolutely insane.
I think it is. It's held that crown for quite a while.
A while. And
yeah.
I don't think we're ever going to see anything like this again in our lifetimes.
I don't think anybody's going to beat that.
No, I mean, at this rate, The Simpsons may outlive all of us, with the AI and everything is.
Yeah, AI is going to take over people's voices and likenesses and stuff like that. I believe the actress of Marge, she did a movie lately too, and I think she's was talking about retiring from The Simpsons show.
I mean, and why wouldn't you, if you were them, be like, hey, sign a contract. You pay me X amount of dollars and you could use my voice and my likeness and I don't have to do a damn thing. I can just sit at home and collect paychecks. Why wouldn't you if you were an actor, an actress, or a voice actor or something like that? But
who's watching it now?
That's what I was going to ask. I haven't watched The Simpsons religiously in probably 20 years,
Same thing.
Back when they were good.
Yeah, the older episodes are definitely better. I'll catch a new episode from time to time, but they're just so washed and woke now, and it's not the same.
Oh my God, MG, there was a lot more than 24 funny episodes. I mean, I would say the first 10 seasons, every episode was almost great. But I mean, you can only do so much,
Even the newer Treehouses of Horrors got dull.
They did. That was like the best ones.
Those in the Christmas episodes, those used to be real good.
They should make a Simpsons cab. Why haven't they done something like that?
I don't know. I got the bootleg version of it back there.
Yeah.
Did you see that they're reselling X-Men and it's over $1,000?
What?
Like, yeah, Walmart PD7 did his video this morning. And he was talking about it, like $12 or $1,300. And Arcade One Up is doing it through Walmart or something.
Oh my god,
that's crazy.
Well,
I guess they found some stock in some
$1,300.
Once they merged companies, they found some stock in some factory or something.
That's crazy. Well, mine just went up for sale right now for $1,000. If anybody's interested.
So, and on the side of that, the 97 too was going for the same amount. He was like sitting there looking at both of them. He said the.
But you know, if it's on Walmart, you know what it is. That's some reseller that's doing that.
Yeah,
that's not Walmart.
That's You're right. You could sell third party reseller Walmart.
Yeah, that's some kind. That's somebody who.
I think combined together for both those cabs, the MVC2 is original. I got that for a birthday gift from my wife, and the other one is 19K Fox's conversion cab. Right? He sold it to me for $600 as well.
Yeah.
So together that was $1,200. I would never pay for one. That's one right there. No, I don't think so. Nuts. Sorry about that. Rant over.
That's all right. Well, you brought up the Simpsons arcade cabinet.
Yeah, and the prices of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, no.
Well, I did want to ask you. So the first episode of the Simpsons TV show, it aired in December of 1989. So to put into perspective, I would have been the same age as my son is now. I'd have been 6 years old. Israel, where were you at in 1989? I mean, you were probably the same age. You were probably in kindergarten.
Yeah. And I watched the show very religiously as a kid, for sure.
And Stockjob, were you like drawn into the Simpsons?
I remember watching the Simpsons back. Yeah, I remember watching it back then. I was 29. And
I mean, that would have probably been right up your alley.
Yeah,
you know,
it came on a little bit later.
Themed cartoon show.
Yeah, it came on a little bit later, so I was lucky if I was able to catch it before, like, hey, it's almost bedtime. You need to go wash up and get ready for bed type deal. So, but I caught it from time to time.
Is kind of like we were saying with the Legend of Zelda. There really wasn't too many cartoon shows like this, that was kind of more geared towards adults.
Right. Yeah, and you're still talking about the era of 1989 where there was still. I mean, it had to have cable, and still, even back then, cable only was maybe 60 channels.
Oh yeah, it wasn't right.
40 probably is more like it. Yeah, so it wasn't where you had a giant selection where you have like you do today. So watching Simpsons was probably like almost must-watch TV.
Yep. Hey, good morning, Julio. Yeah, it was best time. I remember watching The Simpsons back then, and I ended up getting in trouble because I don't know if my parents really understood what it was until I started going to school and repeating some of the things that they said on there. And that was pretty much the end of that. Then I was not allowed to watch Simpsons anymore. And
it was just a cartoon, Mom.
Yeah. Well, that's probably what they thought. Like, okay.
You gotta love how raw the TV shows and everything was back then. Like, it was just so like.
I mean, Bart Simpson was like a little juvenile, he's out there shooting people with his slingshot and swearing and like you didn't see that in cartoons.
I mean, I'm a Hispanic man and I loved Archie Bunker. Like I'm at one of the most racist shows ever, but I loved every bit of it. It made me chuckle.
Yeah, they used to make crank phone calls and
exactly.
Yeah, Bart had all sorts of catchphrases. No, I think what got me in trouble was me saying, "I'm Bart Simpson. Who the hell are you?" I'm pretty sure I wrote it on the back of a paper that I handed into my teacher.
You didn't get in trouble for the "eat my shorts" comment?
I don't know if I said that one, but yeah, I was writing swear words on the back of my papers and handing them in, thinking that the teacher they're not going to look at the back.
So, chat, what's the equivalent of "eat my shorts" in our terminology?
You're right, Matt.
I wonder, what would y'all say that? Would that be an FU kind of?
The equivalent of "eat my shorts." Yeah, where's Narwhal at when you need him?
I know. Ay, gosh.
That's a good question. What's the equivalent of "eat my shorts"? Is that FU guy?
Probably. Well, that was like back in the late 90s when wrestling got real big and, D-Generation X, they did the whole suck it thing. That's everybody went to school. Well, we all got in trouble for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kiss my, suck my, yeah.
I see more butts.
I found this art. Oh my God. Ralphie, I don't look where these articles are from. This is from military. Why is military.com acknowledging the 800th episode of The Simpsons?
You got to draw. They got to get some kind of traffic drawn there.
I guess. I don't, Ralphie, I don't. I just look at it. I'm like, this is appropriate. Okay, this is exactly what I'm looking for. That's why when we look at some of these lists, they're so ridiculous, you know, because they are from military.com and stuff. Before we go to the 60s, we're going to stay in the late 80s.
He's going to work his way down, guys.
We're traveling slowly back in time. Yep. And so this was one of my all-time favorite movies, and it's celebrating its 40th anniversary this year. And if I can find it here, it's the Transformers '86 movie. 40 years ago this year, they I don't know if you guys know anything about that movie, but it was basically made to kill off existing characters and introduce new characters with the only purpose of selling toys. That's literally it right now. And oh my God, I mean, they killed off
a lot of people's hearts back then.
Yes, like parents were outraged and kids were crying and leaving theaters, and you know, and they had to, I think Hasbro changed the G.I. Joe movie because they were going to kill Duke, and I think that it made them cancel the planned My Little Pony movie. So them killing Optimus Prime spiraled all this out of
Duke
control.
or Hawk they were trying to
I think it was Duke. I think it was Duke, because I think they introduced Hawk as kind of it was like Hawk and Lieutenant Falcon, I think. And chat, if any of you guys know, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm almost positive
it was Duke. Hockey Town. Thank you.
Okay.
I was confused. I thought it was Hawk for a minute.
But yeah, it set a whole lot of things in motion to where 40 years later, they finally came to their senses, though.
I believe we talked about that too already, saying about the whole Transformers thing, 86, 87. I'm a big Rodimus fan myself.
Audiences around
Here.
the world were changed
40 years in the making, guys.
That was beyond good.
Such a great movie. You guys need to check this out if you haven't already.
Wildest imagination.
I don't know if you guys have seen this. Look at this. This ruined people.
Are we really killing Optimus Prime right now?
What the heck?
No!
I'm still not over it.
You killed a piece of my childhood.
He said, Shaita!
I'm still breathing.
Outraged everybody.
Thank you for that childhood memory of pain.
To all the loyal fans.
That beard was awesome, guys.
I know.
And we feel your pain.
It's rough out there, kid.
And as a gesture of goodwill, we'd like to make it up to you.
All you hear right now is buy the new toy right now.
Yeah.
Apology tour.
The apology tour.
The apology tour. Finally, I can sleep at night now, knowing that they understand what they did.
That car was, though. After that, I had a big smile on my face. It's like, I want it.
40 years ago.
Do I hear a second of that?
Relive the heartache at fan screenings. Dance the pain away with totally awesome music.
Awesome.
Commiserate together at events all year long. And it wouldn't be complete without Totally Rad. Please forgive us for killing Optimus and crushing your childhood. Figures and
Yes.
I would have waited an eternity for this.
40 years later, it still hits like a truck. But now you can heal your past all year long.
Absolutely, positively, definitely. I wouldn't do it any other way at all.
It's the Transformers the Movie, the Apology Tour.
What did you say the name was?
Wait, it's actually called the Transformers the Movie?
That's a question you should ask yourself.
Let the healing begin, guys. I mean, but how brilliant is that, though, for them to
Touched.
Yes.
like, you know, acknowledge that they really royally screwed up and making light of it, and basically celebrating their 40th year anniversary by doing something like this, which is actually kind of cool.
That's actually hilarious.
And they are releasing, you know, again, which was the whole basis of this movie, new toys, which is probably the whole basis of this, is to sell new toys. And I have one right there. I've already started buying them because I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff. And I'll tell you one thing: if you have bought any of these Transformers, you basically need to be an engineer to be able to transform these things. They are so complicated and so complex anymore. And you basically probably have to have an engineering degree to be able to design these things to actually look in as good as they do in robot mode as they do in vehicle mode.
You seen the ones they have for $1,000? Those are crazy.
Yeah, they transform on their own.
I mean, you didn't have CAD and all that kind of stuff back, or
no
software and things like that back then to do all this stuff. So,
but just to get to further that point, I bought the Galvatron action figure. So this is Galvatron from the movie. This is what he's supposed to look like. This was the toy that was released in the 80s of this character, and this is the toy that they just released. So looking at them side by side, we've come a long way from 1986 to 2026. Wow. And this thing transformed in about, I don't know, 7 or 8 different moves. I don't even know how many. I haven't even opened this thing up because I'm afraid of feeling stupid by not being able to. They come with instructions on how to transform them.
Actually, it comes with a QR code that you have to. Then you have to
watch a video on how to do it.
Video on how to.
Oh, you have. Oh my God, saying you have that Galvatron right there. That's pretty funny. But that's yeah. So I had.
They're very beautiful and meticulous pieces, though. If you ask me.
Oh yeah,
they were hard to build,
yeah,
but they were so nice looking.
I'm struggling internally right now whether or not I want to open that thing up, because I bought a couple of them. I think I've had this is the first one that showed up. It just showed up the other day.
Mike, they're not for you to open up. They're for your son to open up when he's your age.
Don't even say.
You hear me?
He will not be touching that thing at all.
they're for your son, man. That's your legacy right there. Everything behind you one day.
Yeah, that's for him to throw away into a dumpster.
That's what's gonna happen with all my stuff. Anything that I ever have, if I ever go, it's gonna go to my kids. Every bit of it. That way they could enjoy and know what their pops love to do,
Yep.
Amen.
Yeah, that's right, MG. They do. They're so accurate. It's scary. And back then you had to use your imagination a little bit. I think that was kind of part of the fun. Like, okay, you have this figure, this kind of resembles the person that it's supposed to be, but as a 5-year-old, 6-year-old, you didn't really care. You were smashing them together.
Mm-hmm. Stretch Armstrong, breaking them in half.
Yeah.
Like me and my brother would fight over it until they broke. They even made a Scooby-Doo one at one time where you stretched them out like that.
They did a Scooby-Doo?
Yeah.
Well, that's funny you bring Scooby-Doo up, because we may be talking about Scooby-Doo here.
Oh, Scooby.
Scooby.
Yeah. So what do you guys say we go on a quick commercial break, and we come back and we leapfrog the 70s and go right back into the 60s, huh?
Sounds good, guys.
All right. Awesome. Well, everybody, sit right where you are. We will be right back.
I'll be.
Along an endless path. It's the mammoth starship Enterprise. Follow her trackless journey each week on Star Trek. William Shatner stars as Captain James Kirk, Starship Commander, and Leonard Nimoy stars as Science Officer Spock, half Earthling, half Vulcanian. There are hazards that beset the Enterprise and its crew on board ship and on alien planets. Don't miss Star Trek in color.
They act like the Donna Reed Show, but they don't look like me or you.
They don't even know they're monsters. I guess their last name didn't give them a clue. Can't understand why people run away, and Eddie is upset when kids won't come and play. Cars made of coffin parts, but they run like new. For pets they have a dragon and a cat who roars on cue. They think they're an average family. They're the Munsters.
Weeknights at 9:30.
Holy bad guys, fat fans. If you thought the Joker was wild, get a load of Archer. Bookworm, Catwoman, Egghead, Fingers, King Tut, Lord Fog, Mad Hatter, Minstrel, Mr. Freeze, Nora Clavicle, Penguin, Riddler, Shane, Zelda the Great, and many more.
How about trying this joint for sight?
It's Bad Guys from A to Z on the Batman Hour. Weekdays at 5 on Channel 11.
Hey, Gilligan man, take my advice. Don't try so hard to escape paradise. Oh, Gilligan, silent man. Listen, man, it's the place to be. Weeknights at 6 on TNT.
And now, on with the show.
Man, how about some of those classics?
Oh, man, that was some great stuff.
That's what made, I don't know what made me think of this, but I was like, you know what? The 60s kind of almost kicked it all off, really. You know,
for everything.
When you start thinking of classic TV shows and you start rattling names off, most of them were from, you know, they started in the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
And those few that were there, that's just like very small sample size. But, and you know, you saw the Star Trek, like how kind of corny a lot of them were. I feel like that may have been part of the intention. Like Stock Dog, look at your shirt, you got Batman, you know, right there front and center.
Super corny.
Which was, I think, kind of its intention, you know.
Well,
then you had
no CGI whatsoever. No. I mean, you had to do everything with camera angles,
right?
You know,
and like Star Trek, especially, you know, I think at that time was probably blowing people's minds with some of the practical effects that they were able to do, and considering that it was a TV show and not even a movie,
right?
Oh, okay. You guys agree that the pop-ups for the Batman and the kapow and all that?
Oh yeah,
all that when they're making moves and stuff like bing.
Oh, I ate that stuff up, you know.
Oh my goodness.
And you know, obviously, I wasn't around in the 60s, but you know, growing up in the 80s, those TV shows, those were all still being played pretty regularly everywhere, and all that kind of stuff was, you know, it was always on in my house. You know, I grew up with that Batman basically, and that's why I remember when the Michael Keaton, Tim Burton Batman came out. I'm like, oh, what's this? You know, Batman's like actually scary. Like, what the heck?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. We couldn't wait to get home, you know, from school to watch those shows. You know. Yeah. I remember it was Star Trek, especially just sitting there. I can't wait to watch it. I want to say it was on like at 7 o'clock at night or something like that. So it wasn't too late. The problem is like the Munsters and things like that. I mean, they were on like at 9 or 9:30 at night, and
very late.
All us kids were in bed by then.
Yeah, you didn't really get to. No, but I guess the good thing is that, I mean, those shows you can still watch them now.
Oh yeah, yep.
Networks that are, what is it, like TV Land and Me TV and like that kind of stuff that play those all the time. And some of them still, you know, I think they still kind of hold up. Maybe all of them, maybe they don't, but you know, even that Batman show, for how corny and silly it is, I don't know, it's still kind of fun to watch. I don't know, Israel, what do you think?
For sure. Yeah,
it's a different version of Batman.
Exactly. Adam West is arguably the best Batman. I mean, in my opinion, now it would have to be Keaton or him, like as far as who's the best Batman. But yeah, I have fond memories of the 60s Batman show with the, like I said, the kapows and the music too. Like it drew you in.
Kind of made you feel like it was like a comic book that came to life almost.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you know, everything was colorful and overly exaggerated.
There was nothing like it at you know, in its time. There was nothing like that.
Did you ever see that? There's an episode of The King of Queens where Spence is asking, you know, Doug's next door neighbor, who was the Hulk, Lou Ferrigno.
Go
to Comic-Con with him. Okay, he's like, and he's like, oh, he begrudgingly agreed. Well, as Spence is working one day, Bert not Burt Ward, Adam West comes to his little toll token thing, and he says it's Batman. And he talks him into going too, so he had to tell Lou that he couldn't go, that he's got Batman going instead.
Oh, geez.
And they ended up Batman and Lou Ferrigno talked, and neither one of them went.
Yeah, that's a
That was a great
crossover that we would have loved to have seen back then. Well, that Incredible Hulk show, was that was probably a 70s.
That was the 70s.
Still a great show.
Oh, yeah,
such a great show.
Yep.
Back to the Batman though. Like, I don't even think the Superman show they had going on just before that was even close to the Batman.
No, Superman didn't see the last one. I don't tell you the truth, I don't
really
remember watching
Superman. It was in black and white.
Yeah, what was that, like George Reeves or something?
Yeah, it was black and white series. I'm trying to compare that to the Batman.
Yeah.
How good a couple of those old Superman shows. But yeah, this Batman one. I mean, actually, there was a couple old Batman TV series from way back in the day, like the 40s or 50s or something. And
yeah, well, so the Superman show was from the 50s.
Was it? Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, but just like how we as children back in the 80s, not you, Stock Jock, me and Mike, obviously, but we were watching those shows from the 60s and stuff because of our parents.
Right.
That's the same thing applies with a show like Superman that came out in the 50s. You would be watching that in the 60s or in the 70s if you want to, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I was remembering, hey, Superman was black and white, and it didn't even come close to the Adam West series. Obviously, it was in color and stuff, but they put way more emphasis on the show and stuff.
Yeah,
so that's what I was trying to
theatrical.
Yes.
Theatrical, but the thing is that you have to remember too that when you were watching those shows in the 80s, whatever, okay, they were probably on during times that you could watch TV. In other words, they were on early enough where a lot of these shows, because there's only 3 networks and 3 channels, there wasn't a lot of time slots for that kind of stuff.
That's true.
For us kids to watch. So that's why a lot of that stuff was on at night.
Yep. That's very true. You're right about that. The 3, you had 3 networks basically, and that's what they only had so many time slots to fill up. So, but it is cool that all these years later that these shows are still out there. They're still popular, still being played. And somebody made the comment earlier. It was Zero. He said he just rewatched the entire Star Trek original series, and it does, like, that actually holds up pretty well. I mean, yes, you're going to have some corny elements, like maybe some of the costumes, like Kirk throwing that rock at that weird green lizard alien.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But that's kind of part of the charm in a way of these shows.
Yeah, but to me, the things like the phaser, with the beam coming out of it,
and sound effects and
the transporter where they dematerialize. And I was like, that was just like, whoa,
like, oh my god, this is real, and
yeah. And even the space battles, it
was all done with like little models,
little
and camera angles, like you said, and
yep.
Your wife never saw the old "It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?"
Yeah.
I should have. Damn it! I didn't even think of that. I would have added that in the commercial. That would have been pretty funny. But here, how about we go over a couple of these shows and we'll see if you guys remember them or what you think of them, or if you think they still hold up. And I think Stock Jock, I think we talked about this last time around. Get Smart.
Loved Get Smart. Oh, it was so good.
Yep. I don't really remember watching
never
it too
seen
much,
Get Smart. Yeah. It was so good. It was funny, entertaining. All the it was like he was the original Inspector Gadget.
Yeah. And they're even comparing him here to James Bond,
Yes.
He gets the whole like secret agent kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. It was so spoofy and on the whole spy stuff that it was a good pick there, Mike. That show to me is one of the
it's a classic, right?
all-time greats.
And
he's walking down the hall at the beginning of the show, you know, and the doors all keep closing behind him. Yeah. Yeah, the great iconic music.
Oh yeah. And I'm pretty sure Leslie Nielsen in the Naked Gun movies spoofed that at some point.
Yep.
So yep, that's that one's an all-time classic. This one, I mean, Beverly Hillbillies.
Another one.
Yep.
Another one.
Very funny.
Oh yeah, which they've made movies of that over the years. I think Get Smart has had recent movies.
Yeah, they've had a couple of them.
Remakes in a few years.
Yep. Granny was the best.
Granny, that's right.
Granny was the best.
Yep.
The episode where she had a cure for the common cold, and then Mr. Drysdale was like really thought he kept seeing dollar signs in his head because she had a cure for the common cold and was getting all the money ready. He's thinking all the money he was going to make, and it turns out it was just take this, and in 2 weeks you'll be fine. You know?
Yeah. I mean, that's a hilarious premise to a show because they got rich off of oil, right?
Right.
Became instant millionaires, and they decided to move to Beverly Hills.
Move to Beverly.
Yeah, the most out of place family that you could possibly think of, and
yeah,
I remember watching the movie in the '90s. I think
storyline was great.
Yeah, and here's another, Dick Van Dyke.
Oh yeah,
we talked about a few weeks ago. He's nearing his 100th birthday, or maybe he did already turn 100. But yeah, it's great that he's still around. But that's, an iconic show. And that's the thing. Some of them were still in black and white. Some of them were in color. Some of them started in black and white and then transitioned.
Yep. I can still see the opening scene where he's walking across the living room, trips over the over the
ottoman or whatever.
Ottoman. Yep.
And that also, this spawned off the Mary Tyler Moore Show, did it not?
Yeah. Yeah. I used to love her. I thought Mary Tyler Moore was amazing.
Yep. Now this one I don't remember.
Bonanza. Yep. Bonanza. Watch it. It was we'd watch it at it would come on like at another one of those 5 o'clock shows once a week. And Bonanza. You had
obviously a
Western. Hoss. You had Hoss was, I can't remember all the characters' names, but Lorne Green, who ended up being what? That's Lorne Green. He's
this guy right here.
Yeah, come on. You got to know. He ended up being that's Lorne Green.
Lorne
Green. He was. Come on, one of the most iconic sci-fi shows of all time.
I don't know. Israel, help me out here.
I'm trying to think myself.
Come on, chat. Somebody's got to know this.
Yeah, we lost.
I did have a crush on her, Saiyan Spirits.
Oh, of course. She's a babe.
Come on.
Somebody got to know this, right? Where's Narwhal?
Somebody's got it. There you go. Thank you, Saiyan Spirits.
Oh, Battlestar Galactica.
He was
Man, I feel kind of dumb for not knowing this. I mean,
I don't cheat on
this was on for 14 seasons.
Yeah, Bonanza was great.
At 432 episodes?
You had Bonanza, and they had another one called Ponderosa.
I remember Ponderosa.
I
didn't really watch Battlestar too much.
Battlestar Galactica.
I can't believe that. I mean, I'm sure I've heard of it, but I don't really know anything about this. That blows my mind that it was on for 14 seasons and almost half the many episodes as the 800 episode Simpsons.
Yeah, I know.
That's pretty good run.
Yeah. Yep. Bonanza, good one, another good one. These are good ones, man.
Yeah, this is I don't know. This is what military site I got this from, but this is the best 15 best TV shows of the 1960s.
You said copy and paste.
Yep. All right. Well, of course, this one was going to pop up here. And
yeah. We just had a whole rant about that one.
Oh yeah, and it's funny whenever you've seen that realistic Batman costume that I own. I almost got this one too. Just because I'm like, how hilarious would that be? Like, I'm dressing up as Batman, go to a costume party and show up as this Batman.
The Saiyan Spirits thought, apparently he thought I was going to come in the show and be wearing that costume right there. I chuckled when I saw that in chat.
The only thing that stopped me, I'm like, I don't know how good I would look in tight spandex,
Oh, I could pull it off. I did the whole.
Oh, you could. Yeah. Or the Robin costume with the little mini shorts and the leggings,
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, no.
But what's there? What can you say other than that's an all timer right there? And here's another one that I was not too sure about: the Avengers, and it says no, not those Avengers.
No,
a spy drama out of Great Britain. So
that was
we're going to turn
British
to
show.
Our
MG,
British
help us out on this one.
MG, tell us about the Avengers.
Yep.
Twilight Zone and Gunsmoke. Oh yeah, two fantastic. Which we may see one or two of those popping up here. Star Trek and be.
I know. I was
Robin.
chuckling. Yeah, I was chuckling.
Yeah, well.
Hey man, if you can pull it off, you can pull it off, right?
I could put some tights on for you guys. I don't.
So I don't know too much.
I never did. I know that, but I never really did watch it. I don't remember it being on. So
they're basically saying it's
probably crappy because it was from Great Britain.
Yeah, of course. So. A small screen version of James Bond, and probably like the English version of Get Smart. All right, MG, we gave you your chance.
He came on and said it was they made a movie about it.
Oh, they did.
I mean, I do remember them.
Again, we're not talking about the Tony Starks, Iron Man, and
yeah,
that's what I first thought of whenever I saw this. I'm like, wait, what? Like, who are these? Like, all right, she kind of looks like Scarlett Johansson a little bit, but no, don't know too much about this one. This one I do know a lot about.
Oh, another one.
Had a crush on her, man.
Yep,
I think everybody did.
I mean, I remember watching all these shows on Nick at Night whenever I was a kid growing up. That's when they had all these on back then. And yeah, I Dream of Jeannie was, I mean, I can't remember too much specifically about it other than
she was hot.
I mean, I'm like, oh, I'd like to have a, hopefully if I ever find a lamp,
that it's this kind of genie, huh?
Yeah. But that was,
it was another one of those great shows that it was always good. It was just always good. Yep.
Where's Doctor Who? Well, we haven't gotten there yet.
We haven't gotten there yet, and probably won't.
Maybe not. We'll be with. Oh, that one. I bet you that one's going to be.
Yes.
That one will probably be on this list. Yeah, it had a great. Yeah, catch all these. That's the thing. They all had great intros. They all had very catchy theme songs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, back then the theme songs were all catchy.
Yep.
I don't think we'll see Bewitched. I don't think she was in the 60s.
No,
the Munsters.
Munsters, of course. This was probably one of my favorites from that whole decade.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yep.
I don't remember watching it much because it was on late at night or 9:30 because I was just a little kid in the 60s. So, but definitely to catch the reruns of it eventually. Yeah, it was fun to watch.
And they're saying that, obviously they're kind of known as being a network knockoff of the Addams Family. But
yeah,
I'll say this, though. I've watched both of those series pretty, a good bit. And they're similar in a way, but they're so different also, though.
Yeah.
Like the Munsters is, I don't know if I would call it a ripoff. Maybe the creation and the premise of it is kind of there because it ripped off the Addams Family. But
the Munsters movie threw me off when I seen the Munsters movie for the first time. It threw me off. It was great to see the cast, but
yeah,
it was a little different.
Yep. I don't know. I think I probably would like the Munsters better than I like the Addams Family, the original TV series. But you're right, Israel. Yeah. That movie, when was that? That was like an 80s movie or something, wasn't it?
No, a little bit later.
Was it 80s or 90s?
Late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah,
it had to been late 90s, early 2000s when that came out because it was in obviously color and stuff. So,
but it's funny. It was just the whole like logistical part of this. Okay, so you got what Frankenstein is the dad.
Yeah.
You got what is she like? The vampire, and then their son is the wolf man.
The wolf. Yep, and then you got
grandpa's
the grandpa,
Dracula.
which is her father.
Yes,
which is her father, so it would be Dracula, vampire.
But then you had the cute blonde girl, the niece, right?
Yes.
That was just
regular, normal.
And they treated her like an outcast, like she was the freak. And meanwhile, then you got Herman Munster like opening doors and like ripping the door off the hinge, and
yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I love the Munsters.
Yep.
Andy Griffith. The Andy Griffith Show.
Yes, that whistle is so iconic.
Yep. And wasn't Don Knotts? He was the
Don Knotts was in there. He was
the sheriff, right?
The deputy.
The deputy. Did he end up getting his own spin-off show?
I don't think he did. I don't.
Is that what he was known for? Just being
Andy was the sheriff, and Don Knotts was his deputy.
Don Knotts was the deputy
who had one bullet.
No, is that right? Was that like his?
He'd only give him one bullet.
Oh yeah! Oh my God, that's right. That is Ron Howard.
That is Ron Howard. Yep.
I totally forgot about that.
He had Opie and Ampy. Gomer Pyle was in it. I mean,
oh, that's who I was thinking of, Gomer Pyle, because he got his own.
He got his own show, yeah, which was another funny show.
I loved. Yes, I don't think that made this list, but yeah, that Gomer Pyle was. That's a good show. And that's what, you know what? There it is. That's what made me think of this, because all of a sudden I started getting out of nowhere Gomer Pyle recommendations on YouTube. And I
saw one too. I saw them too.
Like, is something going on here?
Yeah. With Sergeant Carter, right? Sergeant Carter was.
And I started watching this, and then I started getting recommended other things. I'm like, man, there was a lot of like all-time greats here, you know? And
yeah.
This is one of my favorites.
That was a must-watch. Is the iconic 1960s show was Gilligan's Island. I just loved Gilligan's Island.
Must watch, pure straight. Like, if you don't know what Gilligan's Island is, you don't know any show.
Yes. And everybody knows the theme song, right? I mean,
of course, we could probably all recite it, you know, and just showing how popular. There's a NES game of this, so just
is it really?
Yeah, you know, a 60s
and
sitcom,
some movies.
It gets a video game tie-in 30 years later. You know, that's just shows you how iconic that was. And I mean, they made the movie, right? Didn't they make?
That's so funny. All these Ginger or Marianne, all these Ginger or Mariannes are popping up.
Yeah, a lot of these shows and old movies and stuff are popping up on that remakes of movies.
Marianne,
definitely Marianne.
Marianne for the win.
Yep. Yeah, Marianne, and I think the whole cast is. I think they're all gone now, aren't they? Is Ginger still alive? Tina Louise. I don't remember if she is or not, but
let's see if Tina Louise is still alive.
I remember the movie that they made of this. I don't know if it was in the 70s or the early 80s, where they finally got rescued, and then at the very end of the movie, Gilligan fouled up again and made them. They all got stranded back on the island, so they're all still there.
She's still alive. She's 92 years old.
Okay. Yeah, she was rocking those Daisy Dukes.
Mm-hmm.
But the greatest part about that show is the fact, like, how much they packed. You know, and why did they even pack if they were going? It was a 3-hour tour, right?
Yeah, it's a 3-hour tour.
Like, when you go on a tour, like, do you bring a suitcase full of all your belongings? And you know, the Howells had briefcases full of money. Like, you just bring millions of dollars in cash around with you everywhere.
Yeah, and how the professor made that one transistor radio like do everything in the world.
Yeah, it was like sending satellite signals out, and he was making stuff out of coconuts. But you know what? It's one of the greatest shows of all time, I think. And if I had to put my own list together, this would probably be my top 3.
And it's funny thing is, it didn't really last that long. I think it was 3 seasons or so. How many seasons was it?
We'll see if it mentions it.
It didn't last very long. Let's see.
It's a Gilligan's Island ran for 3 seasons.
Yeah.
Yep. I just saw something about. Okay. Yep. Even the article brings up. There you go. Ginger or Marianne.
Yeah.
To who to the 1960 audiences represented the 2 types of women that existed in the world.
Yeah.
I guess the plain common girl and the like the high maintenance girl, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. Nobody gets lost anymore. You can never remake this.
No, you couldn't. Shame on you if you do.
I guess Castaway, the movie, was as close as you could get.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right, Jay. Jay, I was talking to him this morning. He made the trip to the United States to pick up a WrestleFest Supreme.
Oh. Probably gonna
Yep.
take a bunch of them back and sell them off.
Yeah, I know. That's right, Nerd Lounge. It's lived in our minds forever. Well, no, saying there was nothing playing about Marianne at all.
Nope.
Oh, MG, he must have. I accidentally scrolled too far. Dark Shadows. Do you guys know anything about
I
Dark
know of it,
Shadows?
and I'm sure I watched it, but it wasn't. I was Dark Shadows an actual TV show, or was it like more like a soap opera?
Well, okay, all right, you're right. That's a good call. It's saying it's rare that a soap opera can be described as atmospheric, but if it's Dark Shadow, so it is kind of a, I guess, more of a soap opera.
And it was on like during the time that soap operas were on. It was on like at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Well, they're. I'm surprised.
So that's what I thought it was, because I was at school mainly the time that Dark Shadows was on.
Okay, so it wouldn't be a sitcom, I guess, or whatever, like the rest.
No, it was actually it was basically just like it was a soap opera.
Yeah, I don't really not recalling this one, but it made the list, so obviously it must have been fairly popular at the time.
Yeah.
The Prisoner.
Don't know
that one.
I bet you it's some British show or something.
Yeah. See, released in 1966, stars Patrick McGoohan as number 6, a British spy who ends up in a picturesque yet somehow ominous seaside town known as the Village.
Okay, there you go, MG. We're covering the stuff from across the ponds here.
Yeah,
we don't know anything about it.
He always yells at me because I don't acknowledge Action Man, but there you go. We're giving giving them some love over. Oh wow! All right, Bewitched did make it.
Bewitched
is on here.
Okay, I think it was late 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, ran for 8 seasons from 1964 to 1972.
Okay.
Good show.
The reason I think that is I keep thinking, well, it's I keep thinking of Bewitched as the color, when they colorized it, or the color. And so I keep thinking, well, that was probably in the 70s. So
it probably was. Well, they and this is the show that famously replaced the main character Darren.
Yes.
Like he was played by one man, Dick York, in the first couple seasons, and Dick Sargent, in the last few seasons.
Dick York, I think, was a very abusive person. Very abusive.
Is that part of the reason why he was replaced, or was that the reason why they removed him?
I think it's why because he was just too hard to work with. He was just very abusive.
Yeah. Yep, that was another one I remember watching on TV Land or Nick at Night a lot when I was a kid. It was always like you'd have I Dream of Jeannie, and then Bewitched would come on right after.
Can you do the nose?
Not without looking totally ridiculous.
Yes, because she did her spells, right?
Yeah, she was Ralphie. She was very.
She was. Yeah.
She pulled off the little nose twitch thing.
Yep.
But
I can't.
No, I gave away the. I think this might be the last one on the list, but Israel, are you a Star Trek guy?
I mean, I like Star Trek, but I'm more of a Star Wars fan if I had to pick. But yes, I like Star Trek, and if I had to pick my version of Star Trek, it would have to be Patrick Stewart's.
Yeah, no doubt.
My favorite, but this is definitely iconic for sure. I would catch my dad watching this a lot.
Yep.
So this was always on the TV. So very fond memories, and like it's corny, like the phaser blasters.
Yeah, and right. And the fighting scenes and the overacting from.
But it's still good, and
William Shatner.
Oh yeah,
but it is still fun to watch, and what's amazing is that it only ran for 3 seasons.
Another one
canceled.
Did
that. But then it spawned a cartoon series, and then I think 6 live action movies that carried into the 90s. So
it became one of those cult favorites, and it didn't do well early on, but when they started doing the reruns is where it took off.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah. I watched it, but I didn't watch it in the 60s. I watched it in the 70s, all the reruns. But yeah, it was. This is my favorite over the other ones because it's the original. And,
I mean, come on, it's tough to beat, Kirk and Spock. And what's kind of crazy about this show is part of, I'm sure, of what Gene Roddenberry. I think he's a genius.
Yeah.
When he created this cast, it kind of looked like his intention was trying to unify everybody and bring them all together, because you had all different races. I mean, you had the Russian on the tactical station, you had the Japanese guy flying the ship, and you had the African American, and you had the Scottish guy, and then you had an alien in Spock, and it wasn't just one race that did it all. He brought everybody together in this show, and kind of sending a message like, hopefully in the future, this is how we're all going to be, and if we want to get to this point, this is how we have to be.
Well, if you remember, there was a huge deal where Uhura and Kirk, I think it was Kirk, kissed.
Yes.
And that was a big deal. Back
right
then.
Here features the first interracial kiss on television. Between Kirk and Uhura.
Yep. And it was a huge deal.
Yep.
Back then.
Which, that's kind of crazy. I mean, but that's kind of what my point was, that what Gene Roddenberry, I think that's what he was trying to shoot for. Like, hey, man, if we're going to go places, we need to put aside our stupid, petty differences and work together, because if not, we're just going to end up destroying ourselves.
Yep.
Yeah. Didn't even get into it, and became a Star Trek: The Next Generation fan. Yeah. I remember watching this again. It was one of those things, like you said, Israel. It was on. My dad was watching it
all the time.
Yep, and then ended up getting into The Next Generation, which is that's when I really started getting interested in it.
I was a bigger Spock fan for sure. Like, I don't get me wrong, Kirk's awesome, but like,
Spock, he was the man.
Spock stole the show.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if it wasn't for Spock, I mean, God, Kirk would have.
And I'm curious.
He would have got them all killed.
I'm curious if canon for this actual whole entire series, if Spock was actually supposed to be the actual captain or commander of that Enterprise. I feel like he was the one that
he held
deserved
it all together.
that. Yeah, that he deserved that, right? And then they, Kurt, took it obviously, but I believe that Spock had all that, the knowledge and everything for that. But
that's kind of crazy.
It's a great series for sure.
Executives didn't want Spock in the show, so that they didn't want Leonard Nimoy in the show, or that they did not want an alien to be a part of the cast?
Because he was the
only one on the right. The only one that's alien at the time. The only one.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure there were other Vulcans on the ship.
Oh yeah, but he was of like the main.
They were the only other
race.
And he was in second in command of the ship.
Species.
Like I said, if it wasn't for Spock, I mean, he was the one that always got them out of the jams. That he was coming up with the plan or whatever. The specific way of.
He made the show.
Yeah,
he made the show
for sure.
He brought some logic to the show.
Very logical. That's right.
The way he spoke to you too, and the subtleness and how he was explaining everything.
He was a good balance to
knowing all that stuff.
A good balance to Kirk. Yeah, because you had him parading around and overly dramatically, saying and acting, and then you had
overacting.
Very, very calm, cool, and collected. Spock was.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that was it. It would. Oh no, it's not.
Oh no, we can't go without having this.
Yeah,
that's right. The best original.
I remember being. This kind of used to freak me out as a kid.
Yes,
I know.
Always scared. Everything was so.
It was a show we weren't allowed to watch either because it was like that. I mean, I think it was on like Fridays at 10 or 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night. And
they crossed some bounds. They were. You knew you were going to see some weird stuff on the Twilight Zone.
Yep.
I think that's it. Yep.
He says Spock Jack. I like that.
Oh yeah, there was a Twilight Zone pinball table, huh?
Yep, there was, and it's highly sought after. We were talking about it last night. Who was it?
Oh, Spock was the only
Mystery
Vulcan on board.
Encoder.
Oh, they were. The Twilight Zone table.
Mm-hmm.
I believe you, Jay, because Jay is a hardcore Star Trek fan. So maybe Spock was the only Vulcan aboard the Enterprise.
Oh, was he?
Maybe. I mean, obviously they interacted with Vulcans all throughout the series because they were one of the allies, one of the Earth.
What do you think about those newer movies they made, Mike, of Star Trek? They made like Kirk and Spock like villains almost to each other. They hated each other. You remember that?
Yeah, I wanted to like it.
I didn't either, man.
I wanted to, but
the Chris Pine movies.
Yeah,
is that you talking? Yeah. I actually kind of liked them.
But
I like the Star Trek movies, all of them. I do. Even back to the original cast doing them. I liked them.
That's right. William Shatner was in a couple of. He was in the Twilight Zone, huh?
Yes, he was. Yeah.
I will say this about the new Star Trek movies. I like that they did bring Leonard Nimoy had a big part in the.
Yeah.
I guess the very first one where he met his younger self, I guess, or his younger self met his older self. And I will say this: that dude who played Spock. Oh yeah, yes, he absolutely did.
For sure. Good casting. For sure.
It was.
Good casting on that.
I didn't hate it. It didn't really do anything to me because I don't think I saw the rest of them. It didn't draw me in enough to be like, oh wow, I want to. I might have seen the second one because how many are there? There are 3.
I tell you what, it made me mad about all these movies. Okay, and that is that the darn Enterprise kept getting blown up in almost every one of them.
Yeah,
that made me mad.
Like Kirk,
I'm like, come on.
How many enterprises we going to give you?
How many enterprises you going to get? Yeah.
You know how much these things cost?
Yeah. That was the one thing I was like, another Enterprise.
Everyone, the Enterprise has to get blown up. I'm like, all right, guys, we're pitching the movie. First thing, the Enterprise is going to get destroyed.
They all managed to make it out alive, too. That's the funny part.
There.
Of course.
You got it up there, buddy.
Yes. I don't know why.
We have to scrub your comments. MG.
Yeah, I just missed them. In case anybody's mother is watching, right? Nimoy wanted to be a music star after Star Trek was canceled. Didn't William Shatner also didn't he release like a Christmas album or something?
He released multiple albums. God, why? But he has.
William Shatner, he can just do it all. And that's great that that he's still around.
I think they all try to do albums too. What's his name from Baywatch? Didn't he try to sing?
Oh God, too? David Hasselhoff.
Didn't he try to come out with some albums too, man? Like, what are you guys doing? So. Just be actors, okay?
Well, Shatner ended up. He had a decent run with another TV show. Wasn't it T.J. Hooker?
Yeah,
he was a cop. Yeah.
Tell me this isn't true, Thumper Squid. Gomer Pyle.
Yes, he was.
Was he really?
Oh yes, Jim Neighbors
was
a big, kind of a crooner kind of guy.
Wow, I did not know that.
He was. Yeah, big.
I guess
time.
I've never really seen him outside of his Gomer Pyle role.
He used to sing. He used to, at the Indianapolis 500. He was the guy who would sing the whatever song that they would sing there, like before the race started. He was always Jim Neighbors. It's here to sing the whatever song it is that they sing before that race.
So the way he talked and acted on Gomer Pyle, like was that just literally just an act? Did he really sound like that?
It was an act. It was just an act. Yeah.
Like he didn't have that real heavy Southern accent.
No, he was a very good singer.
Oh,
very, very good singer. That's kind of Gomer Pyle made him famous, but he was a singer first and foremost, I think.
Oh, did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
So
you learned.
We didn't.
This old guy on here, you learned from a few things.
Yeah, we didn't even go over any of the cartoon. I mean, this wasn't. Didn't have any cartoon shows on it, but
it wasn't really about.
There's a lot of missing on there. Like you have I Love Lucy.
Yeah.
You got the Honeymooners.
Yep.
You've got.
We could go on. Oh, I'm sure there's.
There are
some major ones that we missed.
Yeah.
This was just, I guess, this.
But those are all good ones, except I mean, they've got the
yeah, the
ones.
one what was it? The
The Prisoner, Dark Shadows. I can kind of see it because it was a big deal. It was a big deal, but again, it was weird. It was literally a soap opera.
Well, which is kind of strange if they're including this, because the 60s also Johnny Carson, I think he started, didn't he start in the 60s? And
yeah, he wasn't the original, but yeah, he's I think Jack Parr was before him. Guy named Jack Parr.
Oh, okay. So I don't
the
even
Tonight
think
Show.
I
The
knew
Tonight
that.
Show had a couple before Johnny, I think, but yeah, Johnny became the king of it.
Oh yeah, and I mean he went for into the early 90s, I think.
Yeah.
And who took over? Was it
Jay Leno?
It was Jay Leno that took over after him. Man,
it was supposed to be Joan Rivers, but he and Joan Rivers had a huge fallout.
Johnny Carson.
Yeah. Well, Johnny didn't like something she did, and if Johnny didn't like what you did, you were never coming back.
I guess he had some serious pull.
Oh, he did. Yeah.
And he's another one where I've been getting into a lot of his old stuff on YouTube, and man, like how good he was at what he did. I pay attention to what he's doing because I'm like, all right, I'm going to take notes. If I'm going to take notes on anybody, this guy's going to be the guy that I'm going to take notes on. And I mean, just his back and forth. He used to have like Rodney Dangerfield all the time, and just the way he would be able to talk to his guest and like kind of set them up and let them.
Chemistry was great.
Oh, it was like
he was the greatest at it.
He probably has to be. I mean, for that kind of and there has been some really good ones, but
well, I think they look at him more. They looked at him more as like in almost like reverence when you went on his show. Where I don't know if they do that nowadays. It doesn't seem, and they don't seem to have that. You don't seem to have that odd, feeling. Plus, it was the only show in town.
Yeah, that probably
the Tonight Show. There were were no other because nobody would dare go up against Johnny Carson.
No, well, right. Where now, at your late night talk shows, they all have them. They're on everywhere, and even cable networks have them, and they're on podcasts. But it's kind of a good point that Johnny, not that he wasn't deserving of being the only show in town because he was that good. And like you said, that's probably career suicide going up against, if you want to go up against him.
Yeah. I think Letterman did.
Early.
Well, he did. I think Letterman did. Because Letterman was supposed to be the ultimate replacement for Johnny Carson.
Was he?
But Letterman,
he started in the 80s, didn't he? Like the early 80s?
Well, what Letterman did was he couldn't wait around long enough to find out whether Johnny was going to do it. So he took a job with CBS.
Yeah.
And he was, I think, probably one of the first ones to go up against him.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it worked out pretty good for Letterman. I mean, he kind of went until he didn't want to go anymore.
He became Johnny Carson.
Yeah,
because
again,
much. I think he's probably one of the last guys that probably carried that honest.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of good stuff in the 60s, man.
Oh yeah.
It brought us over to where we are.
We just kind of scratched the surface just a little bit. And that's what kind of made me think. I'm like, wow, like I said earlier, when you start thinking back, like what are some of the most iconic shows of all time? You start rattling off those names like Munsters and Star Trek and I Dream of Jeannie. And like you said, I Love Lucy. It's amazing. That wasn't, but that may have, maybe that started in the 50s.
It may have started in the 50s, but
maybe
there was another Lucy. There was
there was a couple spin-offs.
And you got the Honeymooners and all that stuff.
Which
and
was that kind of spawned the Flintstones, right? Isn't the Flintstones kind of a based off of the Honeymooners or like a spoof of the Honeymooners or something?
Yep.
Well, one of these days we will. We'll go through all the cartoons because that again, like the TV shows, that was kind of like the huge boom of.
This whole shirt is just full of those 60s cartoons.
That's amazing.
It's so much. It's just amazing.
One of your all-time favorites. You said Johnny Quest, right?
Johnny Quest. I love watching Johnny.
I see Mighty Mouse on there too.
Yep, and Thunderbirds. We can't forget the Thunderbirds, right?
Thunderbirds. Yep. it was a great era for TV.
Yeah,
it was actually so new. So, and you literally did. Everybody just sat around the TV. And watched.
I guess we all can agree that anything from from like the 60s to the early thousands were just the best times, man, of our lives.
Yeah,
at least in my opinion. Could be a little biased because of my age, but I'll be 42 next month, guys. 26 of March.
42. Man.
I know it. I'm still young. Y'all gonna say
young at heart, right?
No.
Just be careful when you're running around dressed up like Wolverine or Deadpool that you don't pull a hammy or.
Dude, you're toast. 42.
It's all downhill. Like my back hurts just sitting right here, you know. I'm gonna have to explain to my wife why I need one of these massaging, vibrating chairs. You know,
Stock Job be just fine. He's gonna go camping. He's gonna have a chef with him.
Oh yeah, well that's the only way I'm going now. No, listen, let's see. So I've been to. Let's see. Let me count here real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've been to 5 different doctors in the last 3 weeks.
That's it, huh? Oh,
yeah. Luckily, my eyesight is now fine. My left eye, the pressure was so high. The guy said, "You're going to start losing your sight."
Oh God!
And he went in and did 2 surgeries on it. I'm wearing eye drops, and now the pressure's back down to normal. So I'm like, "Whew!" That one worried me. The other one's not so much.
Well, I guess that's kind of the good thing about getting older. At least now they could fix those kind of things where
we have the technology.
Yeah, I mean, look at like we're talking back in the 60s.
Yeah.
God only knows what they would do. Like, we're going to try to drill a hole in the side of your head to relieve the pressure and hope for the best, you know? I'll never tell MG. How old do you think I am?
He's just a baby, MG.
Yeah. Well, I did say earlier, I gave it away. I said I was 6 years old when The Simpsons debuted in 1989. So I'm 42.
Yeah, he's a year older than me, chat.
Yep. Yeah, like a couple months. Yeah,
53.
Oh man, is that because my beard's going grayer and
You
grayer?
got the gray there.
By the
A
day.
couple months. What are you doing me like that for?
Yeah, only a couple months. You know.
So you're about to be turning 43 though.
December.
Oh, so you got a whole year then.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was saying about a year. Like, come on.
Yeah. Don't
You
tell.
said a couple months.
Get healthy, you 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds.
Oh, is that? Oh crap! I'm in big trouble then. I thought 40 was when it all started going downhill.
No. I've said this many times. It says one day you're gonna go to sleep feeling perfectly fine. The next morning you're gonna wake up hurting for the rest of your life. Get ready for it because it comes.
That's right. Yeah. If you saw my little brother, he definitely looks like my older brother. Sorry, Matt. He's got more gray hair than me. But I will say this, you know, at least I'm happy that at least he got the hair, right?
My brother is 7 years younger than me. He's bald. I am balding, but I still got
you got the hair though.
I got my dad was like 35, and I'm like, man, I've lasted a lot longer than all you guys.
Yeah, I see a lot of my friends I haven't seen in a long time, and I'm like, oh my.
If your hair was blonde, Mike, you would have reminded me of like a Johnny Bravo, like that kind of hairstyle.
Yeah. Johnny Bravo.
Which was a great show, by the way. Remember that, Johnny Bravo? Man.
Mike dressed up like, look at him. He's like, he's flexing a little bit here.
Oh, no. I'm fixing my back. That wasn't lying. My back.
He said,
surprised you didn't hear my back crack over the microphone.
That's why I like this chair that I have here. I just push a little button here on it, and I start getting a lumbar.
Oh yeah, that's what I need. I have like a gaming chair meant for like a 18-year-old. I think I need to upgrade. That's true. Nerd Lounge. I don't know if Saiyan revealed his age, but he did. He just turned what? Yeah, Saiyan does look like he's about 28 years old.
Yes, he does
in real life.
Oh yeah. I seen him.
He does.
Guys at was it Cleveland, right? Last year, he was with you guys?
Yep, he was.
Yeah, he did definitely look younger.
Yep.
Oh, guys,
they'll be seeing him in 2 months.
Oh God,
John,
yeah, that's right.
Looking forward to seeing you again, buddy.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out.
You need to figure that out, Mike.
Still trying to figure it out.
Come on, go out there and hang out with Phil and us and
2 months.
Israel, you need to come too. End of April.
Yeah, I've been trying to see if I can get off work. I'm gonna try to ask again and plan for it if I can. I would love to meet everybody.
It's gonna be fun.
That's right, Ralphie. Ralphie just celebrated his 50th. It was just
Ralphie,
maybe a month or so ago.
You're one old dude, Ralphie.
Yeah. Well, good. I mean,
I don't know about
hopefully
50
everybody
feeling like 30. I'm 50.
yeah.
I'm 65 and I still feel like I'm 25, but my body feels like it's 65 though.
Well, that's the way it works, right? Your mind and your body are going, they're in two different directions, right? Because I still feel and act like I'm and think like I'm
That's why I try to
22 years
stay
old,
kind of
but
active and stuff and try to do
I
things.
try to. You
Once
got
you
to.
stop and settle down, that's when your body starts to deteriorate. You just let go. Don't ever let go, gentlemen.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, where's this at? Milwaukee?
Yeah, Milwaukee.
Yeah, that's kind of a far drive. I was gonna say I might be able to shoot over, but I feel like I gotta fly if I'm going.
Wait, I want to know, MG, you sit down. You ain't 65, no way. What? I have a feeling you're thinking I'm a lot older than that.
Yeah, he's like Johnny Carson. He's setting up the joke, right? Like,
yes, I know.
Yeah. Yeah, setting up the joke. You know it's coming. The punchline's coming, and it's not going to be what you think.
I know.
And he will go. He will go there.
Yep.
Yeah. Man. Well, good luck with GTA 6. I mean, that. Yeah, we're all waiting for that one.
Yep.
And when it happens, we'll have a whole stream dedicated to it. Finally, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, guys, we managed to make it through it without Narwhal. I mean, we could have used his assistance on some stuff, but
he was well missed.
Yeah,
could have used his sarcasm and
making fun of all this.
He
cherished so dearly.
He probably would have been making fun of us the whole time,
Probably.
saying, "You old geezers, like what are you
Yep.
guys doing? But what are we doing here?"
Well, we can make fun of him when he gets back about what
How
character
how'd
did you
camping
dress
go?
up?
Yeah.
You're camping in your mansion, yeah.
Yeah.
Did Narwhal have a chef with him as well?
I don't have a feeling where he's not going to remember too much of Pop this whole weekend. Probably
have one or two many adult beverages, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully wherever he's at, he's having fun. I'm sure he is.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, guys, that's all I got. Yeah, anybody? What are you guys getting into today? Anything exciting?
Well, can you see behind me? See the quarter arcade over there?
I do. Yeah. Is that burger time?
Do you see another one right there?
I do. What's that?
Do you see? There's another one right there.
Oh, we got something going on.
And there's another one down here. And there's a reason why they're all down here. Is I have these floating shelves up here that I put up.
Oh.
And they all fell off.
Oh, no.
Ooh.
I was about ready to say, oh, you're going to start putting them up. They fell.
They all fell off. So I had to.
Did they break?
One of them broke the speaker area came out, and then the bottom came off, like the thing that it sits on, kind of like the little boxes. It came off. And some of them got little dents in them, but luckily it wasn't too bad. But I had another shelf down below it that had some of my Build-A-Cades on it, and it pulled them all down too. It was just I got two of them still that made it, but so
those quarter arcade, they're no joke, man. They're heavy.
My heart dropped for you.
I guess,
man.
Find the stud next time, right?
I came in here. Well, the shelves are still there. Like they look like they're perfectly fine.
Wait, they just fell off the shelf?
What happened was that they just kept going like the shelf was like
sagging a little bit.
So I bought some pretty heavy duty L brackets to put underneath them and
to prop it up. I would say maybe like some little rubber strip or something on the bottom to give it a little.
No, it's they're just too much weight for floating.
I've used those before, right? I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
my wife has them upstairs, and I'm like, I know I fastened this thing to the wall. Like I don't know why it's now all of a sudden has a little bit of a lean on it.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. And there literally is probably 6 or 7, plugs into the wall on this thing. So I did use drywall anchors, Goofy Foot.
That's right.
I
you can't just
really
run a
big
screw
ones
into the
too.
drywall, right?
I use those really big ones too, Goofy Foot. So, yeah. So
that's
what I'm
crazy.
doing
I thought you meant
today.
maybe the shelf pulled off
I
the
was
wall.
worried when I came in here when I saw them all on the ground, and luckily only one of them was somewhat broken, but I was able to fix it. Huh?
Oh, you weren't there when it happened.
May I ask which one is the one that got damaged?
Zookeeper got damaged.
Ouch.
But well, here's my elevator action. I don't know if you can see. There's a little damage right here. See, there's a little bit of damage there.
Oh, that just adds character, right? Because all those arcades in the old arcade, they all looked like they went through hell.
Yeah. Well, luckily I've got, thick carpet in here. So when it did hit, it just didn't hit a hard floor. So luckily.
Yeah. It could have been a lot worse, I guess, huh?
Yep.
They
So
all
homework
still
for
function?
everybody this week. This week, and that is to watch Get Smart.
Great show.
Watch Get Smart. Great show.
Go find Me TV or whatever, and
Get Smart. Great.
These all these shows are all anymore. You could watch anything really, I guess, if you looked hard enough. With all the streaming networks and everything that's out there.
Yeah.
And
don't watch the movie. The movie was horrible. The movies are horrible.
Yeah.
The show was.
When was that a 90s movie?
I think it was. It was just horrible. It was bad.
No. Very rarely does that kind of thing work where we're seeing it now with everything that was originated in the 80s or 90s. They're trying to bring it back and failing miserably at most of it, but there was only a few, like the Addams Family. I think that kind of turned out pretty well. Those movies in the early 90s were great, as was the TV show. So there are some examples, I guess, of it does work, but not too often.
Wait, here, just for you, Zero Redux. There you go, buddy.
That man has a U-Haul truck full of those things.
He's keeping them in business, man.
Tell you what.
So, Israel, what do you got going on? Anything we working on?
All right. So quickly, I am gonna be getting a couple of games things. I try to take advantage of that Nod sale. I'm just waiting on stuff because they're not gonna be shipping until after Nod. I'm gonna be doing something with that. I believe I want to do something with that game light gun. Iconic's supposedly on its way on the ship, so we see how many times that gets delayed before it gets to my beautiful basement that also needs carpeting so badly. I showed my room finally, my entire basement on Arcades Anonymous, and they loved it, but then I got clowned on the floor, which
that wasn't me. That was Todd.
No, that's okay. That's okay. But you know what? I love my space, and
you got a great space, man.
Oh yeah,
it's huge, and it has a plenty of potential here.
Well, Todd's he's the carpet authority, right?
Yes.
So that's funny. So at games is coming up. Game Light Guns coming up. Iconics eventually coming up. And my last thoughts before we get out of here. Arcade went up, XL Cab, to each his own, guys. I know you guys been hearing it from every channel back and forth. The community's mixed on this with the Sonic XL Cab. Some people love it, some people hate it. Myself, I don't hate the cabinet. I hate the idea of them putting it Sonic console games on the cabinet. They could have put Sega arcade games on this Sega cabinet, and everybody in the community, it would have been a whole community instead of a mixed, divided community. So don't hate the cabinet. I hate the idea. And if people do get the cabinet, if I ever do get that cabinet, it's going to be on clearance for sure. I would never buy it at that cost. And obviously I would mod it into something else that I would enjoy to see in my room. So in saying that, the correct way to play Sonic is always going to be on console, fellas. And if you want an itch for an arcade feeling on console, there is arcade joysticks, original hardware.
Yep.
That's made for those consoles.
Yeah, they all had them. NES had the NES advantage, you know.
So never sell yourself short. I know we are all in this for the nostalgia feel. So if you're trying to get your itch, there's other ways out there to get them. That was my
not
final
$600 or $700, right?
No, please don't do that to yourselves. Not for 4 games.
Yeah.
And then if you're gonna mod it, you're buying the cab twice, guys. Like you're gonna buy the cab for
that's what I heard a lot of people.
And then you're gonna buy monitors and joysticks.
Yeah, they're like, oh, it's a great mod project.
PC boxes with full of games on them and pies to throw in this thing. How many? That's gonna be double what the cab's worth, guys. So
about a $600 cabinet just to gut it.
If you're gonna do that, just wait for it to go on sale or something. Pick up the cabinet and then modify it. That way you could spend the money the right way. But you won't catch me dead doing that. Original hardware is where it's at for me and where it's always gonna be. Remember to keep it real, keep playing. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll be back. If all goes according to plan in 2 weeks. And I know tomorrow, I guess I'm going to be getting up early, rooting on Team USA men's hockey team as they try to capture their first gold medal since the Miracle on Ice in 1980.
Yeah. Well, they got a good shot.
They have a very good,
really
good chance, I feel like.
Yep.
So hopefully they can pull it off. And I'll
be
be watching.
Will said Zero Redux. I don't feel like we should keep continuing the whole Sonic thing, and I'm talking about all channels because we done beat this topic up to death, guys. Like some people love it, some people hate it. Just do what you want to do, guys. You know what I mean?
So basically, what you're saying is cut it out. I went there. All right, guys. Appreciate everybody for tuning in, and thank you to, of course, to Israel and Stock Jock for
always
taking part in the stream. And everybody, have a good weekend, and we will see you in 2 weeks.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.